What's up, all you sick horror freak horror movie fucks, crust punk smelly ass bitches? Today we're gonna be doing the Mortician album tier list. So we're gonna be doing the full lengths, the EPs, the demos, and like the main live albums. I'm not gonna be doing the splits and all, like everything they did. So without further ado, if I had to put one album to start in the D list, it'd be Darkest Day of Horror. To me, this one was just weird. Will Romer's voice is just kind of off to me in this one. You had like songs like Audra, Human Puzzle, Chopped to Pieces, Rampage, you know, but I just feel like it's too much of a cheese factor on this one, especially. I mean, I like the sample in Taste for Blood, like Cannibal Girls. But other than that, this one was just, it was just always just weird to me. Like, it just always felt out of place. It's kind of just like a Mortician album. And it's kind of like a popular one for people to like, get into starting out. It's just, I'm not a big fan of this one, to be honest. I feel like it just misses in the brutality department. So starting off on the C list, we have Zombie Massacre Live. So this is a live album, but it's just a weird sounding live album. That's my problem. I just don't like the way that the songs are played, so to say, compared to the other live version of the songs. Kind of just feels like it's just laggy. The best way to describe it. It's weird. It just kind of like throws you off listening to it. Spicy pick here, Domain of Death. The first full length after Chainsaw, and before that Hacked Up. It just kind of does something different, and it's good. You know, all the Mortician albums are good, but this one just kind of is weird the way that the story goes. It's kind of like dealing with people's insanity or like weird torture. It has some cool songs like Necronomicon Ex Mortis, Dr. Gore, Martin the Vampire. A personal favorite on this album is Tenebrae. I think it's one of the fucking heaviest songs. But compared to the other two previous full lengths, Hacked Up and Chainsaw, it just kind of misses. Anticipating that next heavier Mortician album, this one kind of just misses in that. I mean, for what it is, it's kind of cool because it's like a standout alone. There's not really much other Mortician albums like this, story-wise. But I would have liked to see, something a little bit more in that extreme department. So last one for C, Reanimate Dead Flash. I feel like people hate this one the most. I think it's the best thing they did after Chainsaw Dismemberment. Good stuff like Werewolf's Curse, Torn Apart, Human Beast, Reanimated Dead Flesh, Madman Mars. This one is just selfish and aggressive. If you just want pulsating brutality, Mortician in a grinding brutal death fashion, this one and Chainsaw Dismemberment would definitely be my go-tos because this one is just balls out ballistic. So for B, we have the final Bloodbath sessions. So this is Mortician playing their most memorable songs without samples. It has a live feeling. So if you are one of the people who are like, oh, Mortician sucks, it's just samples, definitely give this one a listen. Like I said, it's all just like their main popular songs, Blood Craving, Slaughterhouse, Mortician, Word of the Dead, Chainsaw Dismemberment, Slaughtered. The songs are also, like I said, played in like a live fashion, so they're a little faster. Like the version of Hacked Up, I like to listen to on this because it's just this punky. All in all, a great asset in the Mortician catalog. And here's another spicy take for B, House by the Cemetery. I feel like this is a weird one because I really like the first two demos, and then this one is kind of just a little bit weird. Not really weird. It's just doesn't do much. Like Barbaric Cruelties is cool. World Domination, Driller Killer, the Napalm Death cover of Scum, Flesh Eaters, classic Mortician. I just feel like it's it's kind of like another like staple in Mortician. You could probably do without this in your catalog and you'd be fine. But if you're a true Mortician fan, this is a definitely great one. For A, we got Zombie Apocalypse. Underrated, very underrated. I'll tell you why. People like to listen to stuff like Zombie Apocalypse on this, Slaughterhouse and Hell on Earth. Those are like the fan favorites. They forget the other ones like Dissected and Blood Harvest. Blood Harvest on this, probably the most crushing Mortician song. If you're not Blood Craving, I'll hack the Blood Harvest. Re-listen to Blood Harvest. Blood Harvest just floors everything else they did on that EP. Mortal Massacre. Both demos are put on this. Mortician at their punkiest, Mortician at the rawest. Stuff like Red Rum's a classic, Mortician, Necrocannibal. This is straight brutal punk, grindcore, death grinding horror masterpiece. I feel like it gets overlooked a lot being so old. Definitely one of my favorite things of Mortician to listen to. It's just as classic as you can get. So now, if we had to do one more for A and one for S between Hacked Up and Chainsaw, for A, I say Chainsaw Dismemberment. Chainsaw Dismemberment is definitely the more groove-oriented Mortician album, and probably their heaviest and most dumbest. But this one is just a great listen to from start to finish. Stuff like Stab, Rabid, and Chainsaw Dismemberment and Slaughterhouse are, the most popular on this album, but I always like stuff like Slaughtered, Wolfen, Mater Brarum, Lord of the Dead, like the real groovy, crushing New York, brutal death metal style. Chainsaw Dismemberment is probably the most popular Mortician album, so to say. Definitely has biggest fan base, and the album everyone likes to get into first, or like the main one that gets listened to the most. And there's very good reason why. It's just a straight fucking beast of an album. But the one thing that it just lacks compared to Hacked Up for Barbecue, which is my definitive Mortician album, is just those punky grind riffs, like in Mortician, in Drilling for Brains, Hacked Up for Barbecue, Morbid Butchery. It's about as definitive as Mortician can get. It has all the classic songs on it. Really good, Repulsion type stuff with the grind, like Embalmed Alive, Cremated. Really good samples, like Witch's Coven, Mortuary, and it's kind of unfair to put it up against Chainsaw because a lot of these songs were written, 6-7 years before this record even came out. But as for that reason, I rank Hacked Up for Barbecue the best. It also dawned on me, just as a side note, that I cannot edit for shit, so this is what the tier list actually looks like in the chronological order, just so you can get like a clean shot of it. So until next time, peace out.